In the last lecture, I talked about constant acceleration graph. So we have drawn graph between velocity and distance, and a straight line shows an object is moving with same acceleration. And its velocity is changing with equal amount in equal interval of time. In this lecture, I am going to talk about equation of motion. So whenever you talk about this equation of motion, two conditions you have to keep in mind. These equations you can use only when acceleration is constant and when your object is moving in straight line. So when these two conditions are fulfilled, then only you can use this equations of motion that we are going to study. Okay, if you see these two conditions, you will straight away reject these equations of motion, because if you see in real life, there is not such any object that travel in a straight line and that have constant acceleration. You can take example of your vehicle. It will jump, it will take turn, it will increase or decrease its velocity. So why we are using then this equation of motion? Because approximating real situations with model based on ideal situation is a good way to understand concept. It will make things easy for you, logical, and this technique you can use again and again. It will make things easy to understand. This is an important thing. That's why we are using this equations of motion. I mean, you can use this equation of motion in any such situations. So our goal in this section is to derive new equations that can be used to describe the motion of an object. So mainly three variables we are going to use: velocity, position, and time. So relation between these three we are going to represent in terms of three equations of motion. Short form I am writing this as SUVET, where S is your position or distance, U is your initial velocity, V is your final velocity, A is your acceleration, and T is your time. So relation between position, velocity, and time. That is your first equation. Relation between position and time is your second equation. Relation between velocity and position will give you third equation of motion. And in all of them, your acceleration is going to be common. One thing I want you to pay attention here is your position. We are writing this as S. So don't get confused with speed and position or distance. So your three equations of motions are as follows. So first is your V equal to U plus AT. Second equation is S equal to UT plus half AT square. Third equation is 2AS equal to V square minus U square. So in situations of problem where you have relation between velocity and time, then you have to use first equation of motion. Where you have time and distance, there you have to use second. When you have velocity and distance or position, then you have to use third equation of motion, depending on the nature of problem, and the parameter they have their usual meaning. So let's start with first equation of motion. So by graph we are going to derive this equation of motion. So graph you have to draw, and you can see in the y-axis you have velocity, in the x-axis you have time. Instead of numbering, I have here certain points. Now this graph is going to be different from earlier graph in the sense here your body is not starting from origin. That means this is your origin position 0 0. Earlier what we have done is we have drawn a straight line from this. Now this time your body has some initial velocity, that is your object is at point A, so its initial velocity I am writing as U. Similarly, it will travel from A position to B position. So this B position, at B position it has velocity V, which I am marking on this y-axis as E. So this is your velocity V. Okay, and it is traveling from this origin to C. So this time from this O to C is your T. So this is your time T. So body is moving from A to B such that it is changing its velocity from U to V in time T. Now one more thing you have to do here. You You have to draw one more line over here. I'm marking this point as D. Now I will write acceleration. What is acceleration? Change in velocity divided by time. So this we will write in term of this graph. So your acceleration, change in velocity. Now here what is change in velocity? Body is moving from A to B. So the change in velocity y-axis is your BD. So change in velocity is BD and it is in time AD. This AD and OC are parallel to each other. So AD is equal to OC, which is equal to T. So what I can write is BD, which is nothing but change in velocity. This BD is parallel to AE, and AE I can write as O to OE minus OA. Now what is OE? It is V, that is from 0 to V, it is V, and OA is your this much distance. This is your U. So your BD is nothing but change in velocity, V minus U. And AD, you already know, AD is your equal to OC, which is equal to T. So if I write in expression form, A is your V minus U upon T. Acceleration is A, BD, instead of BD I am writing V minus U, and instead of AD I am writing T. Now what you have to do is, you have to do cross multiplication, A into T. So when you do this, what you will get? AT equal to V minus U, or rearranging this equation, what I will get here is V equal to U plus AT. So this equation is nothing if you see. It is simply one of the way to write this definition of acceleration. So this is your first equation of motion. In this lecture, I will teach you about only this first equation of motion. In coming lectures, we will talk about second equation of motion, same derivation from graphs, second equation of motion and third equation of motion. So till now, if you have any confusion, feel free to contact me. Thank you.